Welcome all of you. Today our topic is indirect use values in the values of biodiversity. In this topic, we are going to see social and cultural value, ethical and moral value, aesthetic value, and what is optional value. In social and cultural value, we'll see that in India and several other countries, many plants and animals are considered as holy and sacred. The tulsi, banyan tree, people, cow, cobra, etc. are being worshipped in India and have underlined their social and cultural value. Kiwi, kangaroo, and tiger have become national identities of New Zealand, Australia, and India, respectively. Small groups of traditional society were exploiting fewer resources but preserving their natural resources as a life-supporting source. On the contrary, modern human society is rapidly depleting biodiversity, leading to the extinction of various species of plants and animals. It clearly indicates that biodiversity has been preserved by the traditional societies that valued it as a resource. In ethical and moral value, we'll see that according to the philosophy of humanism, all forms of life on this planet have equal right to exist. The coexistence of various species of living organisms on the earth has laid down the ethical thought of all living forms must be preserved. Apart from the economic importance of conserving biodiversity, there are several moral and ethical values associated with the holiness of all forms of life. The sacred groves or diorais preserved in India around the very old blessed sites and temples act as an ideal gene bank of wild flora and fauna. In this image, you can clearly see how the grooves are preserved around the blessed sites, which can act as an ideal gene bank for different flora and fauna. In aesthetic value, we'll see in the modern era of technology, man has been greedy for property and money and has denied to be grateful to the mother nature. In the modern era of technology, man has been greedy for property and money and has denied to be grateful to the mother nature. Biodiversity is beautiful aspect of nature to sit and watch innocent activities such as movement of fish in the pond, web construction of spider, flow of the water in streams, and songs of the birds and many more. The bird watching, photography, nature trek, etc. are the recreational activities that promote ecotourism and also generate revenue by designing botanical gardens, zooparks, national parks, etc. Many people experience the value of undisturbed, delightful natural landscape just by watching it and seeking tranquility. Now students, what is the optional value? It is basically the unexplored or unknown potential of biodiversity. It is rather difficult to predict which of the varieties of crops and domesticated animals will be of great use in the future. Therefore, it has now become essential to return to the wild relative of crops and plants to improve cultivation and domestic livestock. So students, as you just learned, these are the indirect use values of the biodiversity and how these values are preserved through our social and cultural values and ethical and moral values. As aesthetic value, we can enjoy the beautiful nature just to sit and watch those innocent activities of those movement of fish in the pond and many others. I hope you all must have understand and enjoyed these indirect use values in our we'll meet in our next lecture. Thank you.